Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers...
It's in!
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Rice. Nicely weighted ball. Messi! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And we have our very first corner. And that has been knocked clear. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Couldn't squeeze it through. And he's there to get it away. Taken back almost at once. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Bebeto. Barcelona are looking to break at pace. Barcelona still without a single shot on target. Tries to play it through. Torres stood his ground strongly. Van der Ven defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. A heavy challenge. And it's Azar. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Played through into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
It's a pretty loose pass. Cristiano Ronaldo. And that is as far as they're going to go. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Foot in. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Donadoni, and this is Bebeto. That's a great chance! They've scored!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. And
there is the half-time whistle. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead.
He's going for goal! And that's off target.
Villa probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Howson gets over and intercepts. Rijkaard. Danilo wins the duel this time. Rice. Looking for the run.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Van der Ven stands tall and stands strong. Pass is just off target. Still just a single goal between the sides. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. David Villa. Oh, that was vital. Can he finish? Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Donadoni. He came in hard, very hard. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Rudiger kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Just about up to 75 minutes. And he cuts out the supply.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Barcelona still ahead by the game's only goal. De Roberto. Rice. 5 minutes left on the clock. Very much into the last knockings. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He's having a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Fernando Torres is offering a wry smile there.
All hands on deck for this one. Bebeto gets it clear. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Donadoni picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he? And uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply to him.
Yeah, and his reading of the game means he was always a step ahead of the opposition. He's surprisingly quick too, you know. It will be a massive challenge to get the better of him.
Messi. Very nicely done. Out of play for a goal kick. De Bruyne puts his foot on the gas. Aimed beyond the defence. Van der Ven tries to clear. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Knocks it into space. He can run onto that. Cafu attempts a clearance. Now it's Villa. Donadoni. And he's well positioned here. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And it's Seedorf. Seedorf. Shot goal! There it is! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Bebeto really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner. And
decent chance! He's got a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish. And I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And he shoots! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? He goes for a shot! Really well taken goal. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rodri plays a sharp little ball here. Tries to play it through. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Barcelona are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Great vision. David Villa! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal there.
So a Barcelona free kick.
Well, I think this is definitely one of these areas where they've rehearsed an awful lot on it.
Takes a shot! He's delivered all right!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Barcelona take the lead. And that is a little undercooked. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That has ended up in no man's land. Calafiori.
Barcelona are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Abiati will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He's found a way through. Cafu clears. Adams did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that has been cut short. And he's there to belt it away. Looking for the run. Cute ball now. How can he reach it? And a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Nicely weighted ball. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Tries a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the lead is extended still further. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Barcelona blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Bebeto. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Half an hour gone in the second half. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, super ball! Can he finish? And he seemed certain to get the 6th.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Bebeto with the short one. Chance for a shot! Barcelona have their second corner now. Bebeto plays it short. And he's had it nicked away. He's got plenty of space out. What? And the finish! A real chance and a real let-off.
Olise probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he was quick to react. Seedorf. Messi really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. They've got a corner here.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Bebeto goes short. Bebeto. Messi. Albert Ferrer spots it and intercepts. And that's a nicely shaped ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Shot, surely! And he hits the net! You just know there is no stopping that.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Barcelona can make their change now with a break in play. Bebeto taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet. And that's that. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Well, here we are with everything very much to play for. Win this one and they're going up. Incentives do not come much simpler or sweeter than that one. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Barcelona cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question of want, but must.
Well, this is a real privilege, Peter. There's an iconic number 10 below us.
You refer, of course, to the great Zico.
I do indeed, arguably the best of his time, and while he thrived in the number 10 role, he could play in...
Donadoni! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Howson. Ruben Diaz. Rodri. Now Van der Ven. Donatoni. Zico. And it's Azar. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Azar is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Knocks it out wide. So we're still where we started right now. Pass somewhat off target. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. Tries to play it through. Fired deep towards the back post. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Rijkaard. Here's Rodri. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
It's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard. And he plays one through. That is a brilliant interception. Ruben Dias. Oh, some tackle that. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, easy pickings there. And he goes cross-field. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And he welcomes it in. Oh, that's fabulous. Decent chance! And that is wildly off target.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Ruben Dias. Howson.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And he shoots! And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Barcelona really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And the action is back underway.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And here's Elise. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good spread. Rafinha. He is through here. Zico. That's a throw. Howson does well to get it back. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Donatoni gets through on his... And a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that's caused a worry or two.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Howson tries to clear. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Nice looking ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Rijkaard. Donatoni. Oh, they've broken out here, and this could be the moment. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Kukcu. Inter Milan are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Barcelona finding their passes. David Villa unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
No, it's come to nothing. Rafinha. Rafinha tries making a foray down the right. There's the header! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Danger averted for now. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Kirkchu. And it's Amadou Onana. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking for the run. And he's worked it through. Oh, no joy this time.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And this is Bebeto. He's gone down. And that is as far as it goes. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How would you summarise what we...